Did you know that time doesn't flow at the same speed everywhere? It sounds crazy, but it's true. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time actually moves slower the closer you are to a strong gravitational field. In other words, your head is technically older than your feet, because your feet are closer to the Earth. But here's the real mind twister. What if humans could consciously feel time changing? Not just measure it with clocks, actually sense it with our bodies, the same way we sense heat, sound, or hunger. What would life look like if we had a built-in time sense? Let's imagine it. First of all, travel would feel completely different. Right now, when you get on a plane and fly somewhere, time slows down for you just a tiny bit because you're moving fast. But imagine actually feeling that. You sit on the plane, and suddenly everything around you seems just slightly slower, like reality is breathing differently. You'd feel the world stretching, like the air itself is becoming softer. But here's where it gets truly wild. Every place on Earth has slightly different gravity. So with a time sense, you'd walk around and notice tiny shifts everywhere. Certain cities would feel faster, certain buildings slower. You could literally walk through a street and feel time shifting like temperature. People would argue about their favorite time zones, not geographically, but physically. Bro, I love visiting the mountains. The time flow feels amazing up there. Hotels would advertise, stay here, 0.00003 seconds younger per night. Age reduction tourism would explode. But let's take it further. What if we could control how we experience time? Not actually slow it down physically, but slow it down in our perception. Imagine being in a dangerous situation and instantly switching to bullet time mode. Everything around you becomes slow, while you move normally. Reflexes become superhuman. Driving becomes safer. Sports become insane. Every athlete would look like a superhero dodging reality at double speed. Now imagine school. A boring lesson. Just speed it up in your mind. 40 minutes pass in what feels like 5. Kids would have no excuse to complain ever again. But here's where things get complicated. With control over time perception, humans might become addicted to fast mode or slow mode. Why wait for anything? Why sit bored? Why feel stress in a moment if you can stretch time and deal with pressure calmly? People might lose the ability to tolerate normal time flow. But there's a darker side too. If you slow down your perception too much, reality might begin to feel empty, like nothing is happening. If you speed it up too much, life might feel like it's flashing by. Human psychology is delicate, and messing with time perception could break it easily. But let's shift to something even deeper. What if time itself wasn't a straight line for us anymore? What if humans could sense the shape of time, past, present, future, not as moments, but as a landscape? Imagine feeling a decision branching into multiple pathways, sensing consequences before they happen. Not predicting the future, but feeling the structure of possibilities. That would completely change society. People would avoid bad decisions instinctively. Crimes would drop dramatically, because you'd feel the negative consequences before acting. Life would become more strategic, more intentional. But then again, maybe too intentional. If everyone always made the perfect choice, spontaneity would die. No surprises, no chaos, no unexpected adventures. Life might become predictable, almost mechanical. But here's a more scientific angle. If we felt time like a physical sensation, we might discover things about the universe that are currently invisible. Gravity waves passing through the Earth, we'd feel them like ripples. Black holes nearby, we'd sense their pull even from far away. Humans would become living detectors, more sensitive than any machine. Exploration of space would change forever. Astronauts wouldn't just navigate with instruments, they'd literally follow the texture of time and gravity, like birds feeling magnetic fields. Interstellar travel might become easier, safer, and more intuitive. But let's push this concept even further. What if humans weren't just sensing time? What if we could send information through time? Not objects, just signals. A feeling, a warning, a memory. Maybe you wake up one day with a strange sense that something bad will happen, because your future self sent that warning back. People would call it intuition, destiny, a gut feeling. But it would actually be communication across time. This would change every part of life: relationships, decisions, money, health, love. Governments would panic trying to regulate it. Religion would rewrite itself. Scientists would lose sleep for centuries studying it. But here's the craziest part. If your future self could warn you, would you listen? Or would humans start ignoring the warnings the same way we ignore good advice today? Let's go even deeper. Time is not just something we live in, it's something our brain constructs. If our brains redesigned how they model time, humans might completely change how aging works. Imagine slowing down your internal clock during stressful years, or speeding it up during painful ones. Imagine extending the good years and compressing the hard ones. Life would feel smoother, more balanced, more humane. But at the same time, would those hard years still teach us anything if we barely felt them? Would challenges matter if we could simply fast forward through them? Pain, boredom, fear, they shape us in ways we barely understand. Removing them could remove something essential about humanity. There's also the question of inequality. If time perception becomes a skill, a sense, or a trainable ability, some people might become experts at it. Imagine a person who can stretch 1 second to feel like 1 minute. They'd be unbeatable in fast reaction tasks. They'd dominate sports, gaming, driving, surgery, science, everything. Others might choose to live life in a slow, peaceful flow, experiencing every moment in deep detail. Society would split into time specialists, fast thinkers, slow processors, time artists, people who shape experiences like sculptors shape clay. And now the heaviest question: if humans mastered time, would we still respect it? Would we still value it? Would we still fear wasting it? Or would time become just another tool? Another resource to play with? And here's the final thought. Even if we could control time, sense it, bend it, reshape it, would it make life better? Or would it make life less meaningful because nothing is irreversible anymore? So let me ask you, if you had the power to control how you experience time, would you use it? And if yes, how would you change your life starting tomorrow?